We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1988 D Lincoln cent, why collectors love it, and how a few special examples have skyrocketed in value. The 1988 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities producing coins for the United States. Over 5.3 billion pennies were struck that year, making it a common coin for its time. But not all 1988 D pennies are created equal. Some rare variations and high-grade specimens have made these coins highly valuable in today's collector market. 1988 was an era when the U.S. Mint was transitioning its processes. While the standard design featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, some coins display fascinating errors or die varieties that make them unique. One of the most sought-after varieties is the close AM on the reverse of the coin. Normally, the A and M in America are spaced apart, but on the close AM variety, the letters are almost touching, a result of a design mix-up. Most pennies in circulation have scratches and wear, but if you find a 1988 D penny in near-perfect condition, graded MS-67 or higher, it could fetch thousands of dollars at auction. The pristine condition makes it extremely rare, especially for older coins. Always check your pennies closely. Even the tiniest detail can make a huge difference in value. In recent years, 1988 D pennies with rare varieties or top-notch grading have been sold for jaw-dropping amounts. For example, a mint-state 1988 D penny with the close AM variety sold for over $3,000 at auction. Another example, graded MS-67 Plus, reached nearly $5,000 due to its flawless condition. The market for rare coins is booming, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare finds. So, always double-check your change. You never know what hidden treasure you might have. Look at the America text. If the A and M are close together, you might have the close AM variety. Ensure the D mint mark is clear and sharp. Any unusual features like doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes can boost value. As condition matters. If your penny looks pristine, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it professionally assessed. With a little patience and attention to detail, you might uncover a coin worth far more than a single cent. So, there you have it, the story of the 1988 D Lincoln penny, a coin that's small in size but big in value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is proof that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Go through your old jars of change, ask friends and family, or even check your pocket. Your next big find could be hiding there. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more rare coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Did you know that a simple 1980 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, could be worth thousands of dollars? That's right. A coin that might be hiding in your spare change or tucked away in a jar could be a hidden treasure. Stick around, and I'll tell you the fascinating story of this coin, what makes it valuable, and how to identify one worth big bucks. First, let's talk about the no mint mark. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1980, Philadelphia struck over 7.4 billion Lincoln pennies. So what's so special about this coin? Why would a penny from such a large mintage be worth thousands? Let's break it down. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become an iconic piece of American history. By 1980, the penny had been produced with its familiar design featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1980 pennies have unique characteristics that can make them highly valuable. What makes these coins worth thousands of dollars? There are a few key factors: errors, condition, and rarity. Let's start with errors. Some 1980 no mint mark pennies exhibit striking mistakes, like double die errors, where parts of the design, such as the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile, appear doubled. These errors are highly sought after by collectors and can drive up the value significantly. Next, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Coins in near-perfect condition, known as mint state or MS, are worth far more than circulated ones. For example, A 1980 no mint Mark Lincoln penny graded MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Recently, some of these coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. For example, one pristine 1980 no mint Mark penny was sold for over $2,000 at auction. Why? Because of its immaculate condition and the demand from collectors. So, how can you find out if your 1980 penny is worth thousands? First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and examine your coin closely. Look for any unusual markings, doubling, or other signs of errors. Then, check the condition. If it's shiny with no scratches or wear, you might have something valuable. Finally, consider having it professionally graded to unlock its true value. Look for error varieties like double dies. Keep your coin in pristine condition. Handle it carefully by the edges. If you suspect your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service for evaluation. And remember, even if you don't have one worth thousands, these pennies are still a great way to connect with history. So what are you waiting for? Check your change, dig through your old jars, and see if you have a 1980 no mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be your ticket to a small fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow treasure hunters. Who knows? Someone out there might just strike gold or copper. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2003 no mint Mark Lincoln penny. Stick around because you might just discover a treasure hiding in plain sight. The Lincoln penny has been an American staple since 1909, designed to honor the legacy of the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. The 2003 no mint Mark penny, minted in Philadelphia, continues this proud tradition. But what makes this coin stand out? Let's break it down. The 2003 penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This penny features Victor David Brenner's iconic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and Frank Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint typically do not carry a mint mark, making the 2003 no mint Mark penny a standard issue. However, some of these coins have errors or unique features that drive collectors wild, and that's where the big money comes in. Errors and rare features that add value. Coins from any year can have errors, and the 2003 penny is no exception. Look out for these key details that could make your penny worth thousands of. Look for doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. These are coins where the design is misaligned, leaving part of the coin blank. Visible lines or cracks from wear on the die used to strike the coins. A flawless, mint state penny can fetch a premium. Current value and auction highlights typically worth face value or slightly more, about 1 to 5 cents. Mint state condition valued between $5 and $20. Depending on the rarity and type of error, these coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. For instance, a 2003 penny with a dramatic off-center strike recently sold for over $2,000. And a double die penny in pristine condition fetched more than $1,500 at auction. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to spot errors. Look for shiny, scratch-free coins. Have a rare coin authenticated by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Look up similar coins on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. The 2003 no mint Mark Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest treasures can hold immense value. Whether it's an error coin or a pristine uncirculated piece, your loose change might just pay off big time. Don't forget to check your change and your old coin jars. Who knows? You might have a $1,000 penny waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon for more exciting coin collecting tips and stories. We'll dive into its fascinating history, uncover why it's special, and explore how to identify one of these valuable coins in your pocket change. Let's go back to 1969, an iconic year in U.S. history. The Denver Mint produced over 4 billion Lincoln pennies that year, featuring the familiar Abraham Lincoln design by Victor D. Brenner. This coin design had been in circulation since 1909, celebrating Lincoln's 100th birthday. However, not all 1969 D pennies are created equal. While billions were minted, certain rare errors and unique features can make this seemingly common coin incredibly valuable today. So, what sets apart a regular 1969 D penny from one worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity and errors. Look out for coins with doubling in the lettering, like in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date itself. This type of error, called a double die, is highly sought after. Coins in mint state MS condition, meaning they look nearly brand new, are worth significantly more than circulated pennies. Unique features. Variations in the mint mark placement or subtle anomalies on the coin surface can make it highly collectible. And here's the kicker. While the 1969 D isn't as famous for double dies as the 1969 no mint mark penny from San Francisco, certain high-grade examples of the Denver version have fetched incredible prices due to their scarcity and pristine condition. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for. How much are these pennies worth today? Most are worth just face value, about 1 cent uncirculated 1969 D penny. Coins in high grades, like MS-65 or higher, can fetch anywhere from $20 to $150 at auctions. Rare errors or mint state coins. If you find a 1969 D penny with a unique error or in flawless mint state, it could be worth $1,000 or more. In fact, some of these coins have sold at auctions for upwards of $2,500. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or other anomalies on the date and lettering. Check the condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Keep an eye out for coins with a shiny surface and no scratches. Preserve your coins. If you think you have a rare or valuable penny, handle it carefully with gloves and store it in a protective coin holder. And don't forget, if you're unsure, have your coin appraised by a professional or send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Who knew a simple penny could be worth so much? The 1969 D Lincoln penny is proof that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. So, check your pocket change, raid those old coin jars, and who knows, you might strike it rich. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, and share your discoveries in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your rare finds. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Did you know that a seemingly ordinary 1967 Lincoln cent with no mint mark could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent could turn into a jackpot. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating history, unique details, and the jaw-dropping values that some of these coins command today. Let's travel back to 1967, a time of great change in America. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was already a beloved part of American coinage. But in 1967, the U.S. Mint faced some unique challenges. During this time, the Mint was phasing out mint marks on all coins. Why? It was part of an effort to combat a coin shortage that had been plaguing the country since the early 1960s. By removing mint marks, the Mint hoped to discourage collectors from hoarding coins and help keep currency circulating. So, even though 1967 pennies were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, none of these coins carried a mint mark. That's why your 1967 penny might look like it was made anywhere, but in reality, it most likely came from Philadelphia. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay thousands of dollars for a 1 cent coin? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and unique errors. Some of the most valuable 1967 pennies include those in pristine, uncirculated condition or coins that feature striking errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors make the coins highly collectible and can dramatically increase their value. Check for doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Look for coins where the design is shifted noticeably. Coins with a portion of the edge missing due to a minting mistake. Now, let's talk money. How much is your 1967 penny actually worth? For most circulated pennies, their value is just 1 cent. However, if your penny is in mint state condition, it could be worth between $50 and $100. But here's the kicker. Rare error coins can fetch thousands at auction. For example, a 1967 penny with a dramatic double die error recently sold for over $3,000, and some high-grade coins without errors have been auctioned for $5,000 or more due to their exceptional condition. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for errors like doubling or misstrikes. Coins in mint state condition are much more valuable. Look for minimal wear and tear. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official grade. Auction sites like eBay or professional coin auctions are great places to sell rare pennies. Be sure to set a fair starting price based on recent sales. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your coin, the better chance you have of cashing in. Fun fact: did you know that over 3 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1967? While most are worth only face value, the rare few with errors or in pristine condition make the hunt worthwhile. So what are you waiting for? Dig through your pocket change, raid your piggy bank, and check those old coin jars. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share your coin finds in the comments below. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. We're diving into the fascinating history of this coin, the secrets that make it valuable, and what you need to look for if you want to strike it rich. Let's start with some history. The 1964 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, marked by the small d on the coin. This was during an era of rapid coin production due to a nationwide coin shortage. The Denver Mint produced over 3.8 billion pennies that year, making this a very common coin at the time. These pennies are made of 95% copper, and as copper prices soared over the years, their intrinsic metal value increased. While this isn't enough to make them worth thousands, it's still a nice bonus. So what makes these pennies worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in errors and varieties. Collectors love finding rare mistakes in coins, and the 1964 D look closely at the date or lettering for signs of doubling. The D mint mark may appear stamped multiple times. Small cracks on the surface caused during the minting process. These flaws can increase a penny's value astronomically. To find these errors, grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope and carefully inspect your 1964 D pennies. Even a subtle error could make a huge difference. Now let's talk about value. A regular 1964 D penny in circulated condition is worth around 1 to 3 cents. But coins with rare errors? They've sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. A double-die penny sold for $2,500. A repunched mint mark penny fetched over $3,000. High-grade, uncirculated pennies, those in pristine condition, have also been known to reach prices above $1,000. And let's not forget about graded coins. If you have a 1964 D penny, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin with a high grade, such as MS-67 or MS-68, can significantly increase its value in the collector market. So, check your coin jars, piggy banks, and old collections. That humble penny could be hiding a small fortune. Make sure to look for those key details: doubling, mint mark anomalies, or pristine conditions. Did you know that a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, that's right, a simple penny. Stick around as we dive into its fascinating history, unique features, and how to identify the rarest ones that can make you big bucks. The history of the 1973 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a president. By 1973, the penny had become a staple of American coinage. However, what makes the 1973 no-mint mark penny unique? In 1973, pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At the time, these pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that makes them heavier than today's zinc-based pennies. But here's where things get interesting. Certain 1973 no-mint mark pennies have rare errors or exceptional conditions that make them incredibly valuable. Why are some 1973 pennies worth thousands? Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state, can fetch a premium. The shinier and more flawless the coin, the higher its grade, often ranging from MS-60 to MS 67 or higher. Sums, 67 examples have sold for over $5,000. Check if letters or numbers on the front appear doubled. These are coins where the design is visibly misaligned. These are raised lines or blobs caused by a damaged die. Even pennies with small variations in design, metal composition, or striking techniques can become valuable collector's items. How to identify and check the value of your 1973 penny? Use a magnifying glass to look for scratches, wear, or blemishes. Coins with no visible damage and a shiny surface are more likely to be valuable. Carefully inspect the text and numbers on the coin. Is there doubling? An off-center strike? These features add value. A genuine 1973 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If the weight is off, it might be an error coin. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can increase its value significantly. A mint state 67 penny sold for $5,170 in a heritage auction. Another with minor errors went for over $2,000. These high prices show that collectors are willing to pay a premium for rare, high-grade examples. Now, here's the exciting part. You might already have one of these valuable pennies hiding in your loose change. Here are some tips to find them. Search through jars, rolls, or old coin collections. Focus on coins from the 1970s. They're more likely to still be in circulation. Keep an eye out for shiny, uncirculated pennies that stand out from the rest. Final thoughts and call to action. So, there you have it. A 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could turn out to be worth thousands of dollars if it has the right condition or unique features. Don't let your spare change go unnoticed. Start your treasure hunt today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to MA Dollar Coins, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our coin collecting tips. Let us know in the comments. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We're diving into the history, key features, and shocking values of the 1951 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You won't believe how much some of these are selling for at auctions. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny is a true relic from a golden era of American coinage. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it has no mint mark. In 1951, over 284 million pennies were minted in Philadelphia, making it the most common wheat penny of that year. But don't let those high mintage numbers fool you. Certain rare examples and high-grade coins can fetch astonishing prices. So, what makes the 1951 Lincoln penny so special? First, let's set the stage. In 1951, the United States was emerging from the post-World War II era, and the economy was booming. These pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, a composition that gives them their distinct reddish-brown tone when uncirculated. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the obverse features Abraham Lincoln's profile, while the reverse displays the iconic wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity. These wheat pennies were last minted in 1958, making them highly collectible today. Collectors and treasure hunters, take note. There are certain errors and features that make a 1951 penny worth far more than face value. Look out for die cracks or cuds, which are raised lines caused by a damaged die. Double die obverse errors, where the lettering or Lincoln's profile appears doubled. Pennies with exceptionally sharp details, known as MS-65 or higher on the Sheldon scale. Now let's talk about value. Most 1951 pennies in circulated condition are worth around 3 to 10 cents due to their copper content. However, if your penny is in mint state condition with no scratches, stains, or discoloration, the value skyrockets, up to $50 to $100. Over $2,000, rare error coins, like a double die or repunched mint mark, have sold for $5,000 or more at auctions. So, how do you know if your 1951 penny is worth a fortune? Start by checking its condition under a magnifying glass. Look for errors or unusual details. And if you suspect you've hit the jackpot, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its value. Search old piggy banks and rolls of coins, especially from the 1950s. Focus on uncirculated coins with their original red luster. Learn to spot errors like doubling or die cracks. These details are worth gold to collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, the 1951 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a piece of history that can literally pay off. Who knows? The next time you're sorting through your coins, you might just find one worth thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share your rare finds in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating history, hidden treasures, and current values of the 1952 South Mint Mark Lincoln Center. You won't want to miss this, because some of these coins could make you rich. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1952, the design had already been in circulation for over 4 decades, featuring Victor David Brenner's famous bust of Lincoln on the front and the wheat reverse design. The 1952 Lincoln penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint, which is known for its smaller coin productions. That year, around 137 million pennies were minted, making this coin relatively common at first glance. But not all pennies are created equal. Coins in top-notch condition, especially those graded mint state 67 or higher, are incredibly rare. The sharper the details and the shinier the surface, the more a collector is willing to pay. Error coins like double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, RPM, are highly sought after. These errors make your penny one of a kind and could skyrocket its value. While millions of these pennies were produced, very few have survived in pristine condition. Over time, most were circulated and worn down, making uncirculated or high-grade specimens exceptionally rare. Now, let's talk numbers. What's the current value of a 1952 penny? In average circulated condition, these pennies are typically worth 5 to 15 cents in uncirculated condition with a grade of mint state 65. They can sell for $20 to $50. But here's where it gets exciting. If you have a mint state 67 or higher, or a coin with rare errors, it could fetch $1,500 to $5,000 or more at auctions. For example, a 1952 penny-graded MS67 Plus by PCGS sold for $5,288 at auction. Error coins can go even higher, depending on their uniqueness. Use a magnifying glass to check for mint marks, errors, and overall condition. Have your coin graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. If you have a valuable penny, consider selling it on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or through a coin dealer. Auctions often yield higher prices due to competitive bidding. Who knew that a humble penny could hold so much history and value? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just checking your pocket change, keep an eye out for the 1952 South Lincoln Center. You might just stumble upon a treasure hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. We're going to uncover its history, the rarity, and why it's so valuable. Make sure to stick around until the end, because you won't want to miss the details that could change how you look at your coin collection forever. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The 1963 Lincoln penny is part of the iconic series designed by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. For over a century, this humble penny has seen minor design tweaks, but it's always featured the likeness of Lincoln, along with the familiar inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "E Pluribus Unum." Now, in 1963, something very interesting happened. The U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, but not all of them were stamped with a mint mark. That's right. Some 1963 pennies are considered no mint mark because they weren't stamped with the D or S to indicate where they were made. But why is this significant? Let's find out. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most Lincoln pennies minted in 1963 carried either the D mint mark for Denver or the S mint mark for San Francisco. However, a limited number of pennies from that year didn't carry any mint mark, leading collectors to start asking, why? It turns out that the 1963 no mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Usually, Philadelphia coins get stamped with no mint mark, but because this was during a period of transition, Some of the 1963 pennies were inadvertently released without a mint mark, making them quite rare today. Although millions of pennies were minted that year, only a fraction of them were produced without a mint mark. This scarcity has made the 1963 no-mint mark penny highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's get to the juicy part. What makes this penny so valuable? While the typical 1963 penny is worth just 1 cent, a 1963 no-mint mark penny can fetch anywhere from $10 to over $1,000 depending on its condition. Why coins in mint condition or uncirculated coins are worth far more than those with visible wear and tear. The 1963 no-mint mark penny is scarce compared to its mint-marked counterparts. There is significant demand for this rare penny among collectors and numismatists. If you're lucky enough to have a 1963 no-mint mark penny in perfect, uncirculated condition, you could see it valued at a few $1,000s at auction. Some high-grade examples have even been known to sell for as much as $2,000 or more. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I identify if I have one of these valuable 1963 no-mint mark pennies in my collection? Let's break it down. It should clearly say 1963 on the obverse or front of the coin. If there's no D or S below the date, you have a 1963 no-mint mark penny. Look for signs of wear, scratches, or tarnish. Coins that have been kept in excellent condition, free of damage, are the ones that fetch the highest prices. You might want to get your coin graded by a professional numismatist to get an accurate value based on its condition. So, let's say you have one of these rare pennies. Where do you sell it? The best place to sell rare coins like this is through online auction sites like eBay or through coin dealers and auction houses that specialize in numismatic items. Before selling, it's a good idea to have your coin professionally appraised or graded to ensure you get the best possible price. There you have it, the history, rarity, and value of the 1963 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, this little coin is a perfect example of how even the most common items can hold hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more valuable coin tips and history. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket? Drop a comment below and let us know. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and uncovering why some of these seemingly ordinary coins are turning heads in the numismatic world. The history of the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. Fast forward to 1986, when billions of Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The no-mint mark pennies, like the one we're focusing on today, were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark at the time. This practice continued for pennies until 2017. In 1986, the reverse still featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with details sharp enough to show a tiny statue of Lincoln if viewed closely. Why are some 1986 pennies worth thousands? Most 1986 no-mint mark pennies are only worth face value, just 1 cent. But what if I told you that certain rare examples have sold for thousands of dollars? The key lies in their condition and errors. Let's break it down. If a 1986 penny is in pristine condition, graded MS-68 or higher by a professional service like PCGS, its value skyrockets. A perfect strike, no scratches, and full luster are what collectors crave. Then we have the stars of the show, error coins. Some 1986 pennies featured double die obverse, DDOs, where the lettering or Lincoln's profile appears doubled. Others might have off-center strikes or die cracks, making them extremely valuable. Even though pennies were primarily made of copper-plated zinc starting in 1982, some rare transitional errors feature higher copper content. These are exceptionally rare and highly sought after. Current values and notable sales recently. A 1986 no-mint mark penny in MS-68 condition sold for over $2,000 at auction. Double die pennies and off-center strikes have fetched anywhere from $500 to $5,000, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. A 1986 penny with a rare transitional copper composition could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if authenticated. The market for these coins is hot, and as collectors hunt for the rarest examples, prices continue to climb. Segment 4. How to identify and protect your penny look from mint-state quality or noticeable errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual textures. Use a sensitive scale to check its weight. A standard 1986 penny weighs 2.5 grams, but rare copper variants weigh 3.1 grams. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will authenticate and assign a value to your coin. Store your coin in a protective case to preserve its condition and value. Closing thoughts. So, the next time you come across a 1986 penny, don't overlook it. With a little patience and attention to detail, you might just discover a hidden gem worth thousands. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins in your collection.